Hi everyone. We're going to continue the Sailor Moon painting. As you can see, I got a little further. There's still some pieces missing down there. I got frustrated. And I'm going to continue those pieces over on this side. You can almost see most of Sailor Mars at this point. And she's about the only one who's really had that much work. Sailor Moon's hair. We're going to start working on more Sailor Mercury. Well, maybe. I don't know if I'll get that far tonight. We will see. And I'm starting off with a fresh tray. I don't even have any diamonds yet in there. We are probably going to work on, let's go with these little airplane looking symbols, and you can't see where I'm pointing. And I know it doesn't focus very well on the symbols, but they kind of remind me of airplanes. Even I have, I guess, 2 wings. And that is number 27 today. Actually, the airplanes are always number 27. I watched a new friend's video today. She ordered from, well, she got a free one from Shimmer Stitch, and one of the things she liked about it is they do individual baggies like this. It does make diamond painting much easier. I went to Shimmer Stitch, was not a fan of their designs or their prices, to be honest. They weren't bad. They were nice. They're just not something I'm into. I, as you can tell, am much more into cartoonish things, and if you look at my Instagram and my Twitter account, I've got Disney princesses and Ahsoka from Star Wars. I've got Yoda. I'm more into the fandoms and that sort of thing. Pretty pictures is what I like best. And I am being visited by my cat Sierra at the moment. I apologize if it gets a little bumpy, because she does not understand move over. And when she wants attention, she will get attention. That's all there is to it. She's actually one of my more standoffish cats. I don't see her very often. I may see her in passing every day, but she's not a I will hang out with you every day. But when she does want to hang out, she wants to hang out right now on her terms. So, you know, like most cats, she's just a little less like that than some of the other ones. So I am trying to pet her with one hand while doing this with the other one. So I apologize that it's not only wobbly, but that I might be doing this a little crooked right now. And as I had mentioned before, this is actually a piece drawn by, and I still can't pronounce his name, so I apologize, Dreshia Ronek. He does amazing Sailor Moon, Disney mixes. He does a lot of custom pieces. I've considered actually ordering custom from him before. I haven't, but I've considered it. But he did give me permission to use his piece of art as a diamond painting. I told him if I do end up selling it, he was okay with splitting the profits in half. And if I don't, I have a beautiful piece of art for my wall. See, I just done the pie pieces earlier, and again, I know with the light it's hard for you guys to see, but right over here, there is a pie piece that I forgot, or I missed, I blame my eyesight. I cannot see very well. And since I have the full piece of paper folded, as you can see, I cut it so it will not reach the full end now. But I try to keep it so I have the extra flap. Because when you do enough, it'll stop sticking. And I want to keep it as covered as possible to keep as little cat fur on it as possible. Or anything else that gets on it. But usually cat fur. Well, I did that crooked. I like the sound of the glue. I don't like the sound of the glue on the side, just because it reminds me that I have glue over there. If you can hear that, and I don't know if you can, two of my cats are fighting in the other room. There they go. My cat Dodge very much likes to play fight. Some of my other cats do not, but he does not take no as an answer. It's not really acceptable in cats, but it's less acceptable in humans. But we're not getting into that conversation. If you are in the Lima area, I will actually be there with a display of my diamond paintings at Mulligan's. It's a bar. I keep wanting to say Main Street, but I'm pretty sure it's Market Street. It's a newer bar. Well, sort of. It's in a new location. It's where a Chinese restaurant used to be. But they've made it look really nice in there. There's actually going to be a hula hooper named Tara, and I can't remember her last name at the moment. She's an excellent hula hooper. And then there's also going to be tarot reading and things like that. We're going to be doing raffles. I will have one of my diamond paintings in the raffle. I'm also giving away a hotel night at the hotel I work for. So in case you want to stalk me, I do work at a hotel. There's only a few thousand of those in this state alone. You might find me. Alright. Let's do some R's. This is the next color. And I'm actually really amazed at the pictures that have this much detail. Because as I was doing it, I was wondering why I had so many variations in her body. And I'm like, oh, it's the shadow. You'd think white. No, they did a pretty good job at giving her a shadow in this color. And honestly, oh, my light just turned off. You can almost see the detail more. Like, if you see her close up, the eye doesn't really look like much, but the further away you get, her eye actually looks like it has more detail. And I've noticed this about a lot of diamond paintings. This is why the larger ones tend to be better, though. They have, the larger you get, obviously the more detail they can put into them. And this was a 45 by 26. I don't know why I keep saying 46 by 26. I must just have 6 stuck in my head. This is a custom I ordered. I mentioned that. No, we were talking about prices, like shimmer stitch. I shared one on my Twitter the other day that I thought was gorgeous. It was a girl with the red hair, beautiful jewelry, and it was $20 for a 20 by 20. That is very poorly detailed at that size, especially for a picture that detailed. And I spent $20 on getting this custom made. So I have a rough time paying $20 for a small picture. Granted, sometimes it depends on where you buy them from. American companies will always charge you more, for good reason. It costs more, the materials cost more. And sometimes that feels unfair too. I use Wish a lot and a website called Anbuy. Anbuy is specifically for diamond paintings. They're much cheaper and a price range I can afford, especially as many as I'd like to buy, and as many as I do buy. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I have like 40 sitting in a tote in my living room right now. Some are partials, and some are full ones. The full ones, I feel like I get more out of because they take longer. As I had mentioned yesterday, I had already been 10 hours into this one. Now I'm probably closer to about 12. I did 2 more hours worth of work, I think, since I did that video. The partials take me about 5 hours tops. I mean, depending on how large it is, but honestly, about 5 hours. But they feel like a break, even though you're making the same movement. There's no difference between me doing this one and me doing a partial. It's the same movements, but there's that sense of accomplishment. I think I did talk about that yesterday. So I feel like I remember talking about sense of accomplishment. I did order another Sailor Moon one before I ordered this one. This is actually the first Sailor Moon one I am working on, but I have, I lied, this is not the first Sailor Moon one I work on. I have a Sailor Saturn one, but it's a fan art where she's wearing a white dress and holding the glaive. And unfortunately I ordered a small version of that. It's pretty, but I think it would look better larger. I ordered a Pluto one like that. Have not received it yet. Shout out to Liz who convinced me to buy it. But this is my first Sailor Moon in an official capacity, I guess. One that actually has Sailor Moon in it. I have a few others, as I was saying. I ordered one, loved it. Ordered another from the same company. They sent me the same one. They refunded me. But now I have 2 of the same Sailor Moon painting. There is one I really want that's on Wish. It is Chibiusa dressed up as Madoka from Madoka Magica. And I love it, and I must have it, and I will have it. I do not know if I'll do videos on it, but I do have to have it. You have to shake it and get them to the right side. I don't know if I have any more of these at the moment. Again, if you are in Lima and feel like stopping by at Mulligan's, please come see me on Saturday, 12 to 3. I won't be the only artist there. I will be the least talented artist there. If you're into jewelry, or like I said, tarot reading, hula hoops. I know there's more, but I can't remember everybody who's going. There's a few musicians, I think, that are going to be there. Okay, I think there's all the R's I am going to see at the moment. Oops, I almost spilled it. Would not be the first time I spill these things often. They are a pain to get back up once you do. Look, and then I missed one. And I can't get it put away. It's fighting me. It does not like me right now. Let's see what we should work on next. Number 15, I think that's this color. 15. Oops. As you can see, I still have those two cuts. It looks shiny because there's antibiotic on it at the moment. What's always fun, and this is sarcastic, is people who like to tell me how I need to be careful with cat scratches, because cat scratch fever is a real thing, which I'm aware of. But I am also aware, having this many cats, of how to treat the cat scratches. But, you know, everyone wants to be helpful. Sometimes they're not, though. I don't know if you guys can see up there. There we go. Focus a little bit more. What's sad is in our 20 minutes of time together, I don't feel like I really get that far. But it does show you about how long it takes to do this. There are tools, which I have not invested in, where you can get 5 pieces onto a drill piece at a time. It's good for areas like this right here. This is all a check mark color, so you can lay down 5 at a time as opposed to doing 1 at a time. And I will admit, sometimes doing this 1 at a time drives me nuts. But you gotta do what you gotta do. It was like the Ahsoka I did that my friend Sam Stein drew. It was a lot of black background, and I just could not just do black background. I had to play with it, and that one was not in the baggies like this. They had the individual baggies, so there's roughly about 50 per baggie, and I would do one little baggie and then I'd switch to another color just to give myself a break. And again, you're doing the same movement, but sometimes you just feel like you're not making any progress if you're just doing one color. Even though it feels good afterwards, you can say to yourself, look at all that, it's done. But during, sometimes it drives my brain nuts. I will also include the email of my custom guy in the description. I have ordered 3 customs, 2 from the guy whose email address I will include, and one from another one. Now the other one was nice. He did a very nice job with it, and that was the Ahsoka. However, this guy did the individual baggies, which, like I said, meant a lot to me. You can hear my cat scratching behind me. That's Ducky. Everyone say hi, Ducky. And now she's crying at me because I mentioned her name and I'm not giving her attention. There are currently 4 cats around me. And in case you guys are wondering, currently I have 21 cats. Yes, 21 cats. It was an accident. It honestly was. I have too nice of a heart when it comes to animals. We'd feed strays, take them to go get them spayed or neutered, and then suddenly they'd have something wrong with them that needed antibiotics for a few weeks or needed to be watched. One of the ones, she got spayed, and almost immediately afterwards she got breast cancer. And you know what happens with animals. Once they're well taken care of and realize how much they love being inside, they stop going anywhere. The one cat I had, Catalina, and she has since passed away, but I had a kitty named Catalina. She was a stray. We brought her in, got her spayed. She wanted to go back outside. No problem. I don't need more cats in the house. Let her back outside. 2 hours later, she came and knocked at the door and came inside and go back outside again. Every day, about the same time, she'd ask if she could go outside. I let her. And her time outside became shorter and shorter until she stopped asking to go outside. She became a completely indoor cat. She was an old cat, though. We had her about 4 years. But I like to think in those 4 years, we gave her a pretty good life. I don't want to be sad now, so we'll talk about something else. I was talking about custom diamond paintings. And then I mentioned I was surrounded by 4 cats. But the Ahsoka one was great. He doesn't use the nice baggy system. And this other guy had much better communication, and he gives very good suggestions. There goes my cat's fighting again. He gives better suggestions for sizes. I had ordered both of them as 30 by 40. He told me for this one it was much better as a 45 by 26, and so far I have to take his input as correct. And the other one he told me was better as a, it's a smaller size. It might be 30 by 25. I do not remember. It's a much smaller art piece though as well. And so far he's proving to know his stuff. And it cost me about $20 each. And I asked if we could arrange something so I could stop ordering through another website, so perhaps I could save some shipping and handling since he sent them together, and he was willing to work with me if I order more than one at a time. So it could go from $20 each to a smaller number. $20 is still not bad, but smaller is better. For the record, since this one did cost me $20, the going rate of the finished one would be $45. And that would be $12.50 to Gracia, and then be $12.50 to me for all the time. So I would only make a $12.50 profit off of this for but I'm already at 12 plus hours of work. And again, if I don't sell it, it looks pretty on my wall. Alright, and I've actually hit the 25-minute mark. I was trying to keep this at 20. I am bad at timing though. I won't deny it. I know I'm probably missing a piece. But that's for me to find later, isn't it? Let's put the rest of our diamonds back. I do not like to pour my diamonds over the open part, because if I spill them, they fall over fresh glue, and that's always fun. Okay. And then real quick, I'm going to pull this away. Snip. Let's see what's done so far. We did not get a lot done today. And then to show you what I'm surrounded by, that is Kaya. That is the kitty with that had breast cancer, no longer does. And then over here is Niobe. And then I cannot get to her from here. That is Ducky. Say hi, Ducky. You're supposed to say hi while I have the camera facing you, you silly bean. And Sierra walked away. Sparkle, sparkle. Alright, everyone. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you all the next time.